Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist to the Abyss, and this is my review for One Piece chapter 727. And as predicted last week, the Caribou side story did continue, and it was in fact X-Drake who took Caribou out, so that's cool, I guess. Of the supernovas, X-Drake isn't exactly my favorite since we've got Luffy, Law, Kid, Zoro, and Joey Bonnie, who I personally like. So it's not there are people above him, but I don't dislike him or anything like that. But yeah, X Drake is relevant in the story now, I guess. Once the chapter actually starts, it starts with Usopp trying to talk to Soul because Soul is just ignoring him. Um, Pretty much the gist of what Usopp's trying to get at is that Soul is Riku's son, but he thinks that it's like a guarantee. It's like he thinks that Solo has to be Riku's son, which is not the case because of a little something called in-laws. Okay, Solo doesn't necessarily have to be Riku's son. It could be that Rebecca's mom was Riku's daughter, and Solo married into the family. So we don't. It's not exactly guarantee that. It's not exactly a fact that Solo is blood related to Riku, but whatever. We end up learning that Monet, like 10 years ago, was sent to the palace, and she was like under by Doflamingo. She was undercover or something. Not really sure what her role was, but uh, this is about the time the flashback started. Doflamingo just shows up one day, and he threatens King Riku. We learn that he blackmailed his way into becoming a warlord, which I don't remember if that information was revealed earlier on in the series because it's 727 chapters. Yeah, it's hard to remember everything. But in case it wasn't, it's revealed now that he blackmailed his way into becoming a warlord. And he ends up demanding 10 billion berry from King Riku. And for some reason, he actually thinks that he has to give it to him. Not really sure why. And his men are saying, why don't we just fight back? And he's saying, no, saying you want to fight back is fighting back is just another way of killing, and just another way of saying humans are going to kill each other, and I don't agree. Um, After if I've learned anything from reading all this shonen, it's that you can beat somebody without killing them. So that's a load of crap. It's just a load of crap. Um, Riku should be more like Sinbad, ruling Sindria, Sinbad for Magi. He with him the rule is this: Sindria, they don't attack anybody, but they don't allow themselves to be attacked either. Okay, that's what Riku should say. Okay, we're not going to start wars with anybody, but if you try and attack us, that's not going to fly. Okay, but he doesn't. He just gives in instantly, and he tries sends all the troops out to try to collect money. And what ends at first the citizens are like, wait, what's going on? But then King Riku he starts bowing his head down to all the people, and they're like, okay, wow, this. Well, if it's King Riku requesting this, then it must be for some reason. So they decide to help him out. But then that's when Doflamingo reveals his plan. He actually ends up controlling King Riku, and eventually his troops as well, and he just has them attack all of Dressrosa, and that's how the people end up losing their faith in King Riku. Then Doflamingo ends up coming in later and playing the hero. So this was for me. This was the best Big Three chapter of the week. I enjoyed it. There's that thing with King Riku just giving in instantly, which, in my opinion, it's unnecessary. But I'm not going to let something like that stop me from calling this chapter good. So since this chapter it was a really good chapter of One Piece, so I'll give it an 8 out of 10. But that's it for now. Um, I'm assuming the flashback is over now and it's not going to continue on to next week. I don't see any need for it to, but this should be it. Oh yeah. Also, it's just not really important, but in the beginning, Rebecca is still fighting. She's finding she's running away from people. The crowd doesn't like it. They want her to spill more blood and stuff like that. So, not nothing too interesting going on there. But yeah, next week when it comes to One Piece, you just never know what you're gonna get. Next week it could be a continuation of flashback. It could be just Soul and the fairies and the Straw Hats talking. It could go back to Rebecca fighting. It could focus on Luffy and Bartolomeo or Zoro and Kinemon. It could go back to Sanji and the rest of the crew going to Zoe. It could focus on Doflamingo and Law. There are a lot of things that can happen. Fujitora is back on his way back to Dressrosa. So there are a lot of things it can focus on. So I can't really make any predictions for next chapter, but that's pretty much it for this review. All I know for sure is that I don't know for sure, but I'm hoping that the flashback's over now because I personally don't need to see anything more from it. But so I guess there could be a flashback as to how King Riku ended up surviving, like going into hiding and stuff, or how Soul turned into a toy in the first place. But oh yeah, now that I think about it, he might do that. Oda has this tendency to extend flashbacks longer than they need to be. I know a lot of people are fans of Oda's flashbacks, but sometimes I just don't care. Like Fishman Island with Queen Otahime and Fisher Tiger, I just didn't care. It was too long. They could have been shorter, but whatever. It's now I'm just rambling. That's it for this review. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.